Hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome back to Sproggiwood. So, we're going to do things a little bit out of order right now, because we have yet to play with the Archer or the Thief class, and I'm really not exactly comfortable going through the game without, or like using them on a later level without unlocking anything. So we're actually going to go and play with the Archer. And interestingly enough, Archer actually uses melee attacks early on. I may have actually screwed myself over. This may be the first time we actually die. This is, in fact, the first time we've ever died. Okay, well, let's try that again and not get cornered. Because you know what? Usually I'm a hale and hearty fellow. Not today. So, it looks like largely... Okay, here we go. Now we can shoot an arrow. Costs 1 star. And you can see... piercing shot shoots through enemies. And walls, eventually. And I can have the shot wrap around and hit enemies behind me. Interesting. I can roll away. Roll in the inner direction to the nearest wall. Immediately roll a second time and then a third time. Or lightning arrow, which lets me, I don't know, does a fair amount of damage along a path. Let's start off with shoot arrow, just because. I don't know, it seems like the most viable thing I could come up with. Or not come up with, but it's the most viable attack we've got. Or relevant? I don't know, whatever. Now here's the thing. As far as I can tell, shoot arrow, okay. Shoot arrow is omnidirectional. It can go in any direction. Come to think of it, in the last area, I probably could have quaffed a potion. Or the last run through. Whatever, it doesn't matter that much. Sell the stamina potion, we don't need it that much. So, thus far, the Archer... Okay, so I can press spacebar to confirm actions. That's convenient. Oh, we probably don't want to be this cornered. Oh well, it doesn't matter that much. So, realistically, you can press spacebar to confirm an action. So if you want to... Oh, interesting. Actually, I have to switch back to that action to switch away from it. Flare Fire Vest. Didn't actually look at what that did. Whenever I'm attacked, chance to do crazy fire damage. Okay, so we pretty much know what that already does. Let's see. So yeah, you can press spacebar to confirm shooting arrows, and oh, you can shoot multiple. Good to know. So let's just shoot several arrows. Wow, that's actually really convenient. Because it essentially lets me fire off multiple arrows in a fairly short succession without having to make too much of an effort out of all of it, which is nice. Let's try a piercing shot, which I believe... Oh, piercing shot only goes in one direction. So yeah, fire arrows actually... a very viable attack, which is good to know. I was like, who would go with, let's see, where's the map? Oh, that reminds me. Compass, medium, large, small. I think that's pretty much all the stuff it can do. So that at the very least makes the parts of the user interface a little bit smaller, because there was no, no UI. Let's try PC layout. Okay, so PC layout essentially just switches us over so we don't have a custom rows, a compass rows at all. That's actually kind of incredibly convenient. Let's see if I can move over and then fire piercing. Jeez. Well, let's just fire piercing shots until everybody dies. Huh. I guess I'll just murder him and then wow, I am the king of the archers, and I have to switch back to my dagger. I don't exactly like that I actually have to switch back to an ability. So the potion of teleportation, the scroll of teleportation, don't need it anyway. But I am not exactly keen on the fact that I actually have to switch back to, okay, let's use it. And now our powers are all over the place. Whatever, doesn't matter that much. So, what? Oh, interesting. Okay. So this doesn't actually work the way I thought it worked. So I just used the potion of mistaken identity or confused identity. And it essentially gave me rogue abilities and wizard abilities, classes I don't have access to. So rogue, I don't know if this is rogue or wizard, but drain life. Drain 2 HP from each enemy within one space of you. Or magic missile. Shoot a magic missile at the nearest enemy. Let's go with that one. Honestly, it's probably going to be indistinguishable from our... It's going to be indistinguishable from our arrow, and it's kind of close. It shoots at the nearest enemy, but that's still pretty convenient in a lot of cases, because I can use that to essentially just churn through enemies without a whole lot of effort. Awesome. And I'm looking forward to getting the wizard class, I have to say. Because, well, this is kind of overpowered in a lot of senses. Because at this point, I can just press 4 over and over and over again and just murder everybody's face. Which is very convenient. Key to the Heart of the Gods is available in the shop. Did I just get that? I have no idea. Well, whatever. Hopefully, along the way here, we can unlock the wizard class. Because, honestly, I am a little bit disappointed that we are currently not playing as a full-out wizard. Oh, and we ended up in Big X Slayer anyway. Well, that doesn't matter that much, because essentially what I'm going to be doing on these episodes... Wow, that does a substantial amount of damage, and he's already dead. Beautiful. But, really? Sorry about the notification in the bottom right. I have notifications turned off, but every once in a while Steam's just like, oh, you want notifications again. No, Steam, I don't. Oh, you want notifications again. No, Steam, I don't. Well, I have notifications again. Let me go turn that off, but that's okay because we just finished run number 1, all of playing as the archer. So we're going to go back through another time as the thief. And I'm essentially shooting for 4 stars on everything. And so this is kind of a catch-up run. And also a try out new classes run. Because that's kind of fun too. Okay, so we're back, and the next run is going to be with the thief. Oh, looks like there are 6 classes total. So there's the wizard and the vampire. Oh, the vampire is the one that steals health. Okay, well, let's go, Faux Altair. It's time to get your stab on. I don't know what your abilities are, but they're probably fun. I have no idea. We get an invisibility potion right off the bat, take a little bit of damage off the bat, and fairly shortly, I should be able to get my hands, I mean, I guess immediately I can get my hands on this. So juke, swap places with an enemy and deal damage, hide in shadows, go invisible, attacking reveals you. Oh, interesting. While invisible, your first attack doesn't cost a turn. Cool. A fire trap, place a trap that explodes when an enemy steps on it. Backstab, deal extra damage. Let's do juke. And juke. Oh, I see. So juke only works with enemies in a direction. Well, let's just juke all over the place, I guess. Honestly, looking at the abilities, I'm not exactly keen on the thief thus far. Let's keep that, sell the other one. Frostbar Dagger does 1 to 2 damage, freezes enemies for 1 turn. Let's use it. So, not really much better. Honestly, just looking at the abilities, I'm not exactly sure I'm going to even want to use this character that much, but I'm still going to keep it around. Why not? Health potion, I'm going to keep that, especially because there is an enemy in that direction. Oh, that's disappointing. What's the range on it? Not far. So apparently I can only actually use this ability close range. That's a little bit disappointing. Well, let's go with Fire Trap, because realistically, I tend to take things a little bit head on. Ooh, this is a great place for a Fire Trap. Sort of. Honestly, overall, the Thief's abilities seem a little bit, I don't know, more situational, half-baked, something like that. I'm just gonna put down all sorts of traps. Because the thing about the traps is, they're very good AoE... Oh. They're very good AoE damage, which is something that I'm very happy about. Let's use the health potion because we're very injured. But realistically, Thief does not have as good of clearing capabilities as... I swear those spiders would have stepped over that chest. Oh well, or not chest, over that trap. Yeah, realistically, jeez. Kind of wish I had used that earlier. Yeah, realistically, Thief, not nearly as good as Warrior, in my opinion. Or even the Farmer. The Farmer had some pretty good abilities. Fairly similar abilities, but realistically, they worked as a whole better, I think. Oh, and now we're on to Ikikola. The one problem is, we are fairly low health. And I might get lucky here and get a potion along the way. Ah, or that. Okay, never mind. We are totally okay now. I'm just gonna leave the trap for them to find because, you know, every time I kill an enemy I get an extra point of stamina, so that's all good. Honestly, I'm glad that I put down a trap. Oh well. I'm glad that stamina is based on kills instead of anything else, but sometimes it's a bit weird. Like, I put down a trap there Okay, we got that going for us. Now, let's just spin this way. Okay, so at the very least I can use that to get past enemies and only get attacked once per side. Let's do heightened shadows. It's probably not the greatest thing in the world. Let's go invisible. Ninja. Unfortunately, in doing that... let's see. Can I go invisible here? Ah, perfect. Oh. There are actually huge benefits to that, come to think of it. Because the way it works is I can go invisible, and it actually lets me lay down traps and stuff. Unfortunately, it doesn't always work out the way I wanted it to. We haven't even found the boss yet. I'm pretty injured. At the very least, we get a stamina potion, which scares me a little bit. At the very least, we can use that. Okay. So, ow. That's what I kind of wanted to avoid. Okay. Oh wait, this is not the level with Icky Cola. We actually have another level. So we might actually be able to... Ow. We might actually be able to get our health back here. I'm not exactly betting on it. We're dead. Okay, let's try again. Honestly, I guess I am mismanaging things a little bit. But at the very least... let's... Sell the haste potion, keep the potion of blizzard. So realistically, I have been mismanaging the thief's abilities a little bit. First and foremost, stealth is useful, and the spinning move is nice. I keep using the trap, thinking that it's going to be like hideously effective, but in reality, it actually ends up being a little bit, ow, on the weak side of things. Maybe weak isn't the right word I should be using here. I guess when it comes down to it, it ends up with me getting hit by a lot of enemies, because every time I lay down a trap, it costs an action. So it's one of those where it's like, I can't do nice hit and run. Blinking. Let's go with it. I don't exactly like the idea of teleporting to a random space, but at the same time, whatever. Doesn't matter that much. But I am a little bit frustrated whenever I put in the fire trap, it costs an action. So if I try and use fancy hit and run tactics, then I end up just getting killed. I don't really appreciate that, but I guess that's just the way things go, and realistically, as long as I actually keep it in mind that that's how things work, I should be fine. So, there we go. Now we're safe. His basic 2 skill, you know, the one where we spin and then hit an enemy, and then they come after us, I don't know, I actually forget what it's called. That skill is neat. It's definitely good for switching between enemies, because the point of moving is this way we don't get hit by an enemy. They don't threaten us in the slightest, which is convenient. But at the same time, I don't know, there are better abilities. I'd prefer Magic Missile. I would prefer Cleave or Charge, or a lot of ones. I guess it would be a better ability, in my opinion, if it were... I don't know, if it were longer range, because if it actually hit large groups of enemies, I'm going to keep the health potion. I mean, realistically, I'm doing better this time around, but at the same time, ow. Oh, hey, at the very least, we got the Vanishing Cloak, so we got that going for us. At the very least, you know, we're doing a heck of a lot better just because, I don't know, maybe I'm remembering things better, maybe I'm just doing stuff. I'm going to do extra fire traps. I'm going to double down on bad tactics here and see if I can actually do multiple. Yeah, you know what, that actually ends up being... Ow. And note to self. Yellow slimes actually end up shunting out more. So I guess doubling down on flame traps is actually a really good idea. Just need to remember that moving towards an enemy, not always the brightest idea. Boom! Wow, that was hideously effective. So yeah, doubling down on traps and putting a bunch of extra levels into it, probably actually going to be very viable as far as build stuff goes. Let's sell the stamina potion, don't need it. Explode everything. Oh, and I forgot. More slimes, more problems. Trap time. There we go. Barely anybody else's left and surviving. Let's just explode our way to victory. Oh, well, I guess now we just have a bunch of erroneous traps all over the place. Really? You avoided that? Oh well, I guess his little guys show up. And it doesn't matter. Hey, vengeful flames, you know, the thing that we don't need that much. Oh well, doesn't matter that much. So, realistically... I'm probably just gonna have to stab my way through these guys. I don't know why, but I was far more effective with my, like, trap and dodge abilities when I was... Scroll of pottery. Let's do it. Phases. Okay, scroll summoning. Use it. We get goat men. Sweet, sweet goat men. Oh, I see. Right-clicking lets me inspect things. Goodbye, potion of invisibility. Oh, so everything actually has flavor text to go with it. That's cool. Admirable as the quality of this vase may be, you can't shake the urge to smash it. Pile of leaves. Being in the forest, it's wholly unsurprising to find a pile of leaves on the ground. The real question is, what lies beneath the leaves? Riches? More riches? Awesome. Cloghead. You, Cloghead. Goat folk. Victims of their goatish nature. Goat folk savages will charge at the opportunity to expel you from their warrens. Neat. I really like that, actually. That is well done. Let's go invisible for a second. Lay down some traps. Lay down a lot of traps. Everything explodes. Probably a little bit excessive, but whatever. Let's cache the scroll summoning. Honestly, don't think we're going to need it. They don't follow us around. We can't keep it with us. So we got that going for us. Also, traps apparently are permanent. So I could actually just put down all sorts of traps and then lead, you know, say Big Ick with me to, you know, run into them all. So we got that going for us. Let's do this. Wisdom of Ages. Hey, we level up. I get Backstab. So Backstab deal a bunch of extra damage to a random adjacent enemy. Works for me, sort of. But what I really am probably going to want to do... Oh, what? Okay. I'm not entirely sure what was going on there, but everything exploded and we won. Okay, health potion. So for some reason we came out of invisibility, but usually laying traps doesn't break invisibility. I'm not sure. Weird. Oh, well, it's not going to matter that much. We've cleared the dungeon at this point. Sorry I kind of got killed repeatedly. Oh well, it's a learning experience at the very least. So let's go all the way back to this treasure chest that generally doesn't have treasure in it. It's just a door. Okay, so final verdict. Thief, not so good. Archer, decent. Fun enough. But I don't think I'm going to be terribly enthused about the thief as we go along. Which means what I'm generally going to do is just keep playing with the warrior and the farmer. And then the mage and potentially the vampire when we get there, because they seem like they have fun abilities. But as it stands, you know, thief and the archer are kind of alright. Now, let's do at least one more. Let's actually go back, go to town, okay. Apparently I have to click on the town thing to go to town. Weird. Shop, and let's get an academy expansion, a merchant quarter, and with the last of our money, I can buy a flaming shovel, tempting, or I could buy a health potion, also tempting. I like the idea of actually buying an identity crisis potion, because, ooh, yeah. Also, what's this? Pray it. Neat. So the key to the hearts of the gods lets you pray at a shrine twice. Fun. I'm just going to buy the apothecary fund, I think. No, I'm just going to save the cash. Back to the world map. We're going to at least do one more run with the farmer. I have half a mind to just have this be like a stupidly long one. Okay, fire whip, shovel, and dungarees of vitality. I haven't bought any potions yet. Well, I guess I'm already on level 2. This is going to make this shorter and potentially more scary, considering I don't have much for abilities. Well, everything explodes, I guess. So we got this going for us. Unfortunately, we're also injured. Wow, I did a heck of a lot better with my other guys. Okay, so we could do Pumpkin Bomb. Cornucopia is tempting. So what Cornucopia does is heals us to full. Which would be pretty dang effective. Okay. Let's just chuck pitchforks at things. It seems to work. Wow. Effectively, I might add. Because, well, at the very least, everything explodes, considering we got the flaming pitchfork. I am very happy that it actually applies on hit effects that we have, you know, accrued via our weapons. So let's get a point in Pumpkin Bomb. I'd like to experiment with Scarecrow, but I'd like to get some tactically damaging abilities right off the bat. I am injured, though. Ow. Jeez. You're a jerk. I might actually have to retry this one again. The warrior is just OP is all get out, apparently. Or maybe we'll get lucky and find a health shrine along the way. Ah, who am I kidding? I'm probably gonna get my butt kicked. I'm interested that I managed to... Oh. So that's why. So the thing with the thief is they put their trap down directly below them and they can move. The thing with this character is he can put his pumpkin bomb down wherever he feels like. So it actually becomes fairly viable. So we do actually have... I'm gonna put points into pumpkin bomb. Because essentially, we need to be horrifyingly careful to not die for the next, like, 2 minutes. And Stormguard dungarees whenever you are attacked. 40%... Did that kill me? That killed me. I think I'm gonna have to talk to the developer about that one, because that seems a little stupid. It's like, oh, you took off your pants, you're dead. Jeez. What kind of crazy cutthroat dungeon am I dungeoneering through? I guess a dangerous one is the easy answer. Still a bit nuts, though. So, ow. Goatmen are not friendly people. Okay, so we level up. Let's get Pumpkin Bomb. Level up again. Get Pitchfork. And looks like as long as I don't accidentally do something horrifying here. Let's just leave another Pumpkin Bomb for him to explode off of. Looks like we'll do a heck of a lot better. Stormguard dungarees. Not making the same mistake this time. This time we're putting it on before we go anywhere. Okay, now we're in a safe spot. And you'd think the fire actually hit the other one, considering it actually covered it. Oh, well, it doesn't matter that much. What's a Scroll of Wonder do? Oh, ow. I forgot about poison. Well, at the very least, we've got a healing shrine, so we could go down to the second level without dying. Or with, you know, full health. Potentially. At least that's what I'm hoping. Because ideally, I'd like to get to the point where we can Pumpkin Bomb everything in the way. That actually works fairly well. Unfortunately, Pumpkin Bomb has a fairly high stamina cost, so I can't exactly spam the crap out of it. But I can still use it a fair amount, which is nice. Jeez, they're little slimes all over the place. Okay, so ideally I'd like to get up to Cornucopia, because that way we're always going to be doing well, which would be nice. Let's go with Pumpkin Bomb. And speaking of, bam! Let's just leave it there. Wow, that was hideously effective. Let's leave another one there. Boop! Death to everyone. Yeah, this is working out. Let's see. Scroll of Pottery, Scroll of Wonders. Can I use the Scroll of Wonders? Nope. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to cache it. What's the Scroll of Wonders do? Oh. Let's use it. And it opened up doors. And pads and stuff. What's this? Oh, it's like a mine or something. Scroll of Wonder, you are an interesting spell. Don't know how useful you're going to be in the long run, but at the same time, it's kind of an interesting thing to come across. What's this one do? It summoned a dude. I'm just gonna put that. Nope. That's terrifying. Okay, well, whatever. Let's go out of inspection mode. That's interesting. Scroll of Wonder is exciting. Ooh, freezing shovel. Let's use it, considering it's new. And we haven't used anything like it before. So let's use the healing shrine, get up to almost full health. And, well, fire. We also have an area just a little bit down. Okay, there was nothing there. That was not worth the health. Oh well, shouldn't matter that much. Our abilities are doing better, and we're getting, well, actually it's just one more, it's one more ability, or one more level, and then we can get our hands on, Cornucopia, which is going to more or less guarantee the success of this run. I thought they were going to be, ow. I forgot that there were always more, or at least I thought the explosions would work. At the very least, we can just toss pitchforks forever, and it mostly works. I'm running out of stamina, though. Well, pumpkins. Wow, that was hideously expensive. Not expensive, hideously effective. Unfortunately, we can't pass through this direction without taking some damage, and considering we're almost level 5, but we're not level 5 yet. Nope, I'm gonna have to take damage anyway. Well, at least it was actually not as much damage as I thought it was going to be. Let's just leave some pumpkins for them, you know, welcoming party. I guess I'll throw pitchforks at that one. Okay, now everything exploded. And we get cornucopia. I'm gonna wait a little while, I think, before I need to use it. I'm just gonna huck some things at them. See if I can get him to explode himself. Perfect. That's a goat man. It's back over here. And, pumpkins. Boom. Doink. I do not want to get charged by a goat man. That does not sound pleasant. Sounds, scary, almost. Unless it's a lawyer, and then it's just terrifying. That's, I can keep the stamina potion. That's actually really useful now that we can heal ourselves. And this character is very, very, dependent on abilities. Dungarees of the Potter. Ooh. Less HP, but it heals you whenever you break a pot. I don't think it healed me when I broke that pot. Weird. And potentially annoying. Whatever. Let's just get through these guys, because at the very least I'm going to be able to cornucopia cornucopia all my health back. So we got that going for us. Oh, nope, that actually worked. Let's leave some pumpkins. That didn't work. Okay, there we go. So, we're injured, but, never mind. We're not injured. We are beautiful. Okay, now on to the next one. Let's freeze his sorry butt. Freeze him, and this way we don't have to worry about charging. We can actually stab the crap out of him, and every enemy grants 1 stamina every time you kill them. So as long as you don't waste too much stamina on them, you're golden. So we can just keep going through. And I'm actually pretty happy with the Dungarees of the Potter. Pumpkin. Pumpkin. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to fight my way through for this one. Let's actually leave a pumpkin right there. Yep, that actually worked amazingly well. So, ooh, that's scary. We actually have... God, never mind. I was gonna say, we actually have a pair of spider nests, and I didn't want to deal with that. So, let's put another point into Pumpkin Bomb. Oh, hey, convenient. He actually did damage to the spider nest. Or I could just explode everything, because pumpkins solve all the world's problems. Let's cash this in, because, again, we are very heavily ability-based, and I prefer to keep the stamina thing. Wow. That's hideously effective. Pumpkin Bomb is OP. Substantially better than the trap that we were in earlier. Ooh, Shovel Biting Frost. Blast 3x3 area with frost that deals 1 to 2 damage and freezes enemies for 1 turn. Nice. Okay, let's leave some pumpkins over there. Yep, and a goat man found me. Oh well, does not matter much. We have plenty of stars, and we can heal ourselves to full whenever we want. More pumpkin. Jeez, that's upsetting amount of pumpkins, honestly. Well, that's okay. Works out for me. Ow. Trying to get the goat man to explode on everything. Perfect. It works. Interestingly enough, enemies... Oh, well, that didn't work. I guess I'm just going to have to... Oh. Interestingly enough, that didn't freeze them. Maybe there's a diminishing return on when you can freeze enemies. Well, whatever. I'm just going to do that. Doesn't look like there are any shrines. Let's just hope... Nope. Okay, no mushroom people. Now onto the Goatress's lair. So the one problem I'm running into is right now I am out of stars. Luckily, I can use the stamina potion and get it all back. So if we need to suddenly use a bunch of abilities, well, we actually have a way of doing so. And we're full health, which is very nice. So overall, this the farmer is definitely... Ow. The farmer is definitely the better choice as far as I'm concerned when it comes to which character you want to pick, the thief or the farmer. I would like to... Well, I'll probably end up doing a bunch of potions of mistaken identity when it comes to playing as the thief, just to mix and match my abilities, because, I mean, look at this. There is no beating Pumpkin Bomb in terms of, you know, which ability is better. It's just hands down, Pumpkin Bomb wins every time. The fact that you can simply target where it goes is amazing. Let's explode Grandma. Jeez, that does a fair amount of damage. Let's freeze her and drop this. The one problem with the farmer does not do a whole lot of damage. And let's heal up. Beautiful. I like Cornucopia. It's such a nice spell. Okay, so we've got this. Divine Convalescence. Useless. Gets us up to full health, which we don't need. Well, we get to open up the chest and go on to the next level. So, realistically, looking at everything, Warrior definitely does make everything easier. Because if you don't want it to be easy, play one of the other classes. They're not as good generally. It's actually, yeah, you know what? I'll save the rest of the extra runs for later when we've got, well, I don't know, more time. Kind of questionable, but this episode has gone on long enough. It's like 4 runs at this point. So I'll see you guys on the next run, our set of runs really, of Sproggiwood, and as always, thanks for watching.